Warning from the United Nations. It will suspend aid operations, it says, in Gaza if both workers and civilians are not better protected. UN demanding Israel take more steps to avoid strikes on the aid workers, stop the looting. Meanwhile, food and water just becoming increasingly scarce. Temperatures are climbing there. This humanitarian crisis in Gaza continues to be something we cover quite closely. We're joined now live from the Gaza Strip by Arwa Damon, the president and founder of the International Network for Aid, Relief and Assistance. So when you hear the Secretary General, Arwa, talking about that, quote, total lawlessness, is that the observation that you would add to from, being there on the ground?
Yeah, and this is something that has really increased over the last 2 months, especially since the Rafah border crossing was closed off, and very, very little aid has actually been getting through to Gaza, to the population, despite the Israelis repeatedly saying that they're letting in plenty of aid trucks. There is an especially bad looting problem once the aid needs to be picked up from the Kerem Shalom or Kerem Abu Salib crossing in the southern part of the Gaza Strip, as it is being picked up by the Gazan trucks. So it's already a very lengthy process to get the aid through. And then when you are in Gaza and you're sending your trucks to be picked up from that particular location, the trucks on the way back have to run a gauntlet of looters and criminal gangs who are basically trying to either grab whatever it is they can off the back of the trucks, or are actually part of what is right now a big and thriving business. And that is the smuggling of cigarettes, because Connell, get this, one cigarette in Gaza can sell for around $17. That's one single cigarette. The reason why.
Right. Go ahead.
And the reason why we're trying to press, the Israelis to do something about this is, first of all, the route that aid trucks have to use is designated by the Israelis. It is also a route that runs through territory that right now is deemed a red zone. In other words, it is under Israel's control. We're also asking for alternative routes. There are alternative routes that can be used that would be better protected so that the aid can actually get to the warehouses and then to the people. You face the same problem, the same dynamic when you're trying to move aid from the south to the north. And you also have these sort of chunks of road where there is complete lawlessness, criminal activity, and aid organizations are also asking to be able to move aid in closed trucks, right? Because they're harder to attack, they're harder to loot. But the Israelis are insisting that aid organizations, presumably for security reasons, only use open back trucks to move the aid around, especially within the Strip itself. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a problem that Gazans are talking about all the time, not just when it comes to aid, but just the increase in lawlessness, which is not surprising because you have a completely desperate population,
of course,
very little resources, and no rule of law whatsoever.
Raises the obvious safety concerns, though, for the humanitarian workers who are trying, you're there and doing humanitarian work, trying to do the good work that's necessary. That came up at the State Department briefing this afternoon. Matthew Miller, on the talks to try to improve that, said this, watch.
We have been involved in a number of discussions in the past few days between the various United Nations agencies and various components of the Israeli government to try to work through some security challenges that the UN is currently facing to deliver humanitarian assistance. We continue to push to try to resolve their legitimate concerns about the safety and security of their personnel, and are continuing to push to try to work through some asks that they have on the table.
But you're saying there's just not much progress on that's being made.
You know what else I'll add to it? That soundbite, we could have heard that 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 6 months ago. The U.S. has basically been saying the exact same thing and has been unable to move the needle on anything from humanitarian access to trying to ensure that, Israel is not bombing civilians to shuffling them around this tiny little wretched, miserable piece of land. Look,
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.